Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of Slime Adventure. This really is the absolute most beautiful time of the day. Just seeing the sunrise. So, last time we continued reading all of the Slimepedia. We read through all of the resources. Well, all of them except for one, which I saved for this video. Because I want that to be the last thing we read, since it is by far the most important discovery in this game. So, I'm saving that thing for last. Before we continue though, if I sound different to you guys, it's because I am recording. If I have sounded different to you guys for the last few videos, it's because I am now recording from my new room. I was moved into a new room, and I have a lot more space in this room than I did in my old room. To the point where my voice actually tends to echo a little bit in here. It's really weird and surreal. It's like it's hard to believe that I finally have a room that actually fits all my stuff. And I'm not like suffocating in my own room. So, hard to believe that that's finally happened. But I also have a new chair. A new gaming chair that's like super comfy. Like, I am like insanely comfortable right now. This chair is just great. So I will make a video at some point. The room's not finished yet. I still have a few posters that I need to put up, and I'm still waiting on my new curtains for my windows to show up, and then I need to elevate my computer desk because it's a little too low for me. So I need to elevate it a little bit, add on to the bottom so it's a little taller. And then once that stuff is done, then yeah, I will make a video where I just kind of give a tour of my room. Because I really like how it's turned out. It's really cool. It's really awesome. I like it. Whew. Anywho, we're moving on to the last two categories. World and slimes. So, let's go ahead and get started.
The ranch, a distant home for distant hearts. Beatrix begins her life on a humble ranch in the middle of an area of the far, far range, known as the Dry Reef. Once the property of the legendary slime rancher and notorious old codger Hobson Twilgers, the ranch has seen better days, as Hobson let it come into a state of disrepair shortly before disappearing completely. Hobson's whereabouts are currently unknown. The dry reef, a coral-crusted ocean floor that now basks under a golden sun. The environment surrounding the ranch is known as the dry reef and is an arid, wind-swept land covered in dusty crags and rocky cliffs shaped by the wind over the millennia. The dry reef is primarily home to pink, tabby, and rock slimes, though phosphor slimes will also come out of hiding when the sun sets. The dry reef's climate doesn't make for an abundance of any particular resource, but plenty of carrots, pogo fruit, and hen-heads are everywhere, as well as some less common resources if you know where to look.
Okay, I'm not going to do that voice the entire time. I wanted to do that old cowboy accent for the ranch and dry reef. Alright, so
Quarry, all that remains of a mining project that quickly went bust. The Indigo Quarry is a winding network of caves and cliffs, serrated with deep purple hues from the rare minerals found within it. It was once the site of a mining project, but went bust after the discovery that the rare ores it produces quickly break down in atmospheres other than that of the 5-Far Range. It was later discovered that the means to harness these metals was via rock slime plorts. Somehow, rock slime plorts preserve the minerals within, a process that eludes even the most prestigious slime scientists. The Indigo Quarry is a natural home for rock slimes and the more elusive rad slimes. And its naturally mineral-rich soil makes it a great place to harvest most wild veggies.
I can't do that voice anymore. Wow, yikes. That hurt. That hurt. Moss blanket, like a flower blooming from a rocky crack. This emerald expanse hints at what could be. The moss blanket is an island covered in a thick layer of moss where floor grows wild and great tangled knots at every turn. Like it reminds me of home. My mama's house was the same way. The high walls of the cliffs surrounding the islands and its great canopy of trees allows for sea mists to pass in and become trapped, creating a unique climate within the otherwise a rigid range. The slimes primarily found within the moss blanket find its jungle-like conditions perfect. Tabby and boom slimes hunt their prey through the thickets with abandon, and honey slimes lounge in the flower beds, eating the great abundance of fruit that can be found at every turn. I could go for some honey right now.
The ancient ruins. All that is lost is eventually found and lost once more. Hidden behind vast mountain ranges, the ancient ruin stands as one of the few known unnatural structures on the Phosphor Range. Their origin remains a mystery as to the strange occurrences that happen within. Home to quantum slimes that seem to express many other possible realities of their being, and phase lemon trees that do not remain in one time or place for very long, the ancient ruins defy logic and expectation. Only one thing is certain about the ancient ruins. Within its deepest chambers lie its greatest secrets. Glass desert. Under a blistering sun, prismatic giants invoke beauty and paddle. The glass desert is most likely uncharted territory within the far range. Located so far beyond the range, it is only accessible via teleportation. The glass desert gets its name from the monolithic glass structures that dot its landscapes, resembling prismatic frozen flames. These glass structures are believed to have been created during a violent solar event, scorching the land and heating sand and stone into glass. These glass structures are also believed to be the catalyst for the dangerous solar anomalies that regularly occur in the glass deserts. Firestorms that burst from the ground as if intense heat is desperate to escape the ground below. But the desert's barren, unforgiving, sometimes violent environment hides a secret. Somewhere deep within it lies a memory of what once was, and a means of restoring parts of that memory.
The wilds, filled with the deepest roots of the slime family tree. The wilds are an ancient, untamed collection of islands that are home to an enormous population of feral slimes. All of these slimes are LIGO descendants of the saber slimes, one of the oldest known species of slimes. Ogden Ortiz, that guy. The guy who likes tofu and smelly cheese. That guy. Yeah, you know who that is. That guy. Yeah. He once explored the wilds and discovered the rare cocodoba fruit grown within it. Since then, he has contracted out the dangerous task of collecting these fruit to anyone willing to take on the risk. Whew!
The Numa Valley. No. A nice place to visit if Mochi ever lets you. The Numa Valley is a wholly owned property of Mochi Miles, and is the only known habitat of the exceedingly rare Quicksilver Slimes. Mochi uses a complex system of proprietary electrical generators to call Quicksilver Slimes out from hiding, and then a modified vac pack to feed them charges of electrical energy. The Numa Valley is also rigged with a series of war-pitch satellites that instantly transfer Quicksilver plorts into a rancher's vac tank, because according to Mochi, having to vac up plorts manually is for chums.
The slimulation, virtually better than the real thing. The slimulation is an in-development virtual recreation of Phosphor Range created by Victor Humphreys. The goal of the slimulation is to predict slime behaviors and evolution, but unfortunately it is rid of bugs in the code base, which have produced a curious anomaly known as glitch slime.
Victor is now seeking a partner to enter the Slimulation, wrangle glitch slimes out of hiding, and file valuable bug reports. Yeah.
The Slime Sea. An expansive body of water and slime compound that's not fit for swimming, let alone drinking. The Slime Sea that covers most of the far range is something of a mystery. It is seemingly a mixture of water and slime that is believed to be the primordial pool whence all slimes emerged, though its true purpose is entirely unknown by even the most esteemed slime scientists. What is known is that the liquid found within the Slime Sea is not fit for drinking, watering crops, or even swimming, as most things seem to quickly sink to the bottom. When a slime enters the Slime Sea, it quickly vanishes. But it is widely believed that this far from ends the slime's existence. For slimes that enter the sea can often be seen quickly reappearing back on land, happy as ever. In fact, many slime scientists believe that slimes use the Slime Sea as a means of transportation, moving swiftly below the surface and popping out on land wherever they see fit. But all theories aside, one fact remains very clear, most especially to ranchers. Don't enter the Slime Sea.
Slime keys, an ancient key for an ancient lock. Slime keys are large stone keys that are used to open the ancient slime gates across the range. These gates often lead to new areas to explore or create shortcuts to familiar ones. Okay, yeah, I'm done with all the weird voices. I gotta make this entertaining. Pink slimes. Their coral hue is scientifically proven to be the color of cheer. Diet: fruits, veggies, meat. Favorite: none. Slimology. Pink slimes are the most common slime found on the far range. They're cheerful, docile, and the easiest of all slimes to ranch. A pink slime will eat anything you put in front of it, though they have no favorite food, and their plorts are the least valuable of all slimes. Rancher risks. Not much to worry about with a pink slime. They're soft, squishy, very happy to be around a rancher, and found all over the range. But because of this, a rancher won't go far without finding a few pink plorts, which can lead to largos, and then problems. Pink plorts are an excellent, multi-purpose, generic substance used to manufacture everything from food products to household cleaners. All over Earth, people are eating burgers, sweetening their coffees, or scrubbing their floors with pink plort products. That's some serious versatility. Rock slimes. These slimes are totally metal. Dude, so metal. Shaw. Okay, I have to because of that, the way that first sentence was. Diet: veggies. Favorite: hot baits, dudes. Rock slimes earn their name from the rocky crown of sharp spikes atop their slimy bodies. But their affection for minerals doesn't end with their appearance. Rock slimes are strict vegetarians, favoring the satisfying crunch of the hoppy most of all.
Dude, that's heavy. My heart beats too. How wild is that? The dangers of a rock slime should be fairly obvious. Their rocky crown is sharp enough to pierce straight through a rancher's boots. That's gonna hurt a lot, I bet. But that's not all. But it's not all about watching where you're stepping, as these rocks are always rolling. When you see a rock slime revving up for a tumble, it's best to get out of the way. So, yeah, I didn't get out of the way when a car was speeding to me once, and I got hurt. Like real bad. Sucked. Rock plorts are prized for being a key component in the production of blue metal, an amazing alloy that's stronger than titanium and lighter than plastic. Because of its amazing strength, the blue metal is often a key component in the hulls of light-speed capable starships and synthetic appendages and protective holophone cases. How cool is that, bro?
Tabby Slimes. Those stripes, that tail. Those stripes, that tail, that wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Diet meat. Favorite? Stony hen. Tabby Slimes share many curious similarities to domesticated house cats of Earth, with their perky ears, striped backs, and swaying tails. You'd almost mistake them for a true feline, if they weren't made entirely of gooey slime, of course. A tabby slime generally doesn't mean any harm to a rancher, but like their spiritual Earth cat cousins, often cause a great deal of chaos anyway. Tabby slimes love to steal things they don't eat, like fruits and veggies, resulting in lots of unintended largo transformations on the range. Tabby plorts are a key ingredient in a variety of performance-enhancing products that grant the consumer a surge of the tabby slime's signature energy and exuberance. And while athletes the world over take them to gain the edge, prolonged use often results in uncontrollable butt wiggles. Another less desirable signature of the tabby slime. Butt wiggles. So, the prolonged use of tabby plorts, consuming tabby plorts, will cause you to twerk. Where's the downside? Phosphor Slimes. The softly glowing heralds of starlight. Diet, fruit. Favorite, Q-berry. Phosphor Slimes come out at night, flying about the moonlit range upon their translucent wings. Phosphor Slimes have a luminescent slime core that pulses with a soft glow, making them easy to spot. It's for this reason ranchers sometimes refer to them as low stars. Phosphor slimes have special needs compared to your typical slimes. A phosphor slime and its plorts will quickly vanish if exposed to sunlight, meaning a rancher could quickly lose an entire corral's worth of phosphor slimes if they're not careful. Ranchers must either vac them up before daybreak or keep phosphor slimes in a place that is perpetually dark, like a cave. The luminescent compound found within phosphor plorts
can produce light for over 100 years, making it an incredibly eco-friendly form of illumination on Earth. Cities across the globe are slowly switching over to phosphor lights, saving trillions of gigawatts of energy daily. Plus, if you rub the stuff in your hair, it glows and looks really cool.
Rad Slime!
Its radiance is so lovely it makes you sick.
Diet veggies. Favorite Oka Oka.
It's unknown if Rad Slimes, sometimes called raddies, came to be from external radiation sources or from something naturally occurring within the far range. Regardless, Rad Slimes emit such a potent aura of radiation they glow in the dark. So tubular! A Rad Slime's radioactive aura can induce rat poisoning in a rancher if they remain within it for too long. Ranchers are advised to monitor their rad exposure levels when handling these green globs of gamma goo, and as extended exposure can cause serious bodily harm or worse. Yo, that's so gnarly! Given that raddies are basically mobile batteries, it's no surprise that corporations value rad plots for their incredible energy producing capabilities. Most rad plots get turned into plutonium, and everything from the latest holophone to a rad wave microwave system runs on the stuff. Whew. Boom slimes. Careful, these slimes have been known to explode. Diet meat. Favorite briarhen. Boom slimes are often heard before they're seen. The slime cells of a boom slime are constantly vibrating, causing their slime to increasingly crackle with energy before ultimately exploding. However, the boom slime always comes out unscathed, though always a little dazed. Boom slimes are constantly building towards an inevitable explosion, making them quite hazardous to ranchers. In addition to those explosions causing bodily harm, they also have the capability to send all nearby slimes flying into the air, making them a hard slime to corral. Highly volatile boom plorts have all sorts of applications, including powering rocket thrusters and demolitions. Military organizations value their highly destructive capabilities for medical technology and other research. Imagine that. Honey slime. Nothing is sweeter than a recently produced plort of honey. Diet fruit favorite, mango. Honey slimes are an odd breed of slime composed of a hypersweet slime compound. Most slime scientists believe that this to be the result of their slime cells replicating the natural sugars found in the fruits and floral nectars of the far range. Most ranchers agree their plorts taste great on cereal. The greatest danger honey slime possesses is found in their plorts. Honey plorts are the sweetest, most delicious plorts in the far range. Other slimes can detect them from much farther away than a normal plort and will do everything in their means to get them. A rancher with honey slimes needs to be careful about unintended largos, or worse. Honey plorts are highly prized by food manufacturers. Though the plorts are naturally incredibly sweet, The discovery that they could be further refined into even sweeter substance made their demand soar. These refined honey plorts are said to score an unprecedented 867 on the Werner Tompkins Hong Satrino scale, just a few points shy of not fit for human consumption. Puddle Slime. Keep one in your boot and you'll always stay cool, but it's weird. Let's see. Diet water. Favorite none. Puddle slimes are a rare species of slime that live in freshwater pools found on the range. These slimes don't eat fruit, vegetables, or meat like most other slimes. Instead, the puddle slime absorbs water into their bodies while they sit on the surface of a pool. Puddle slimes need fresh water to survive and will quickly evaporate if left on any other surface for too long. Puddle slimes aren't risky to manage, they just require a fair bit of maintenance. A rancher needs a pool of fresh water like a pond available for a puddle slime and its place to sit in as they evaporate if away from water. Finally, puddle slimes are exceptionally shy and will not produce plorts if they're in close proximity to more than 3 other slimes. Overall, a puddle slime is a better fit for a more experienced rancher, not one still wet behind the ears. Puddle plorts are made almost entirely from an incredible hydro compound known by chemists across the galaxy as H2O. This compound is used to create an absurdly expensive brand of bottled drinking water that is sought after by the elite back on Earth. While some people argue that there is little difference in taste between it and tap water, those people seriously are not getting it. Alright. Alright, crystal slimes. It's as clear as shiny, transparent rocks that these slimes are dangerous. Diet veggies. Favorite odd onions. Believed to be a cousin of the rock slime, the crystal slime is covered in a crown of shimmering crystal spikes. These spikes seem to form from the crystal slimes, generating a tremendous amount of internal heat and wrapping the minerals around them. A truly alien behavior. The sharp crystals adorned on the crystal slime's crown will cause a great deal of harm if touched. Worse still, the crystal slime routinely creates large patches of hazardous crystals in the environment around them. Thought to be a means of expelling internal heat, these crystal patches are ultra hot and can be shattered if splashed with water. Oh, you can get rid of those if you hit water on them? That's interesting. I'm going to have to check that out. That's something I didn't know about crystal slimes. Alright, though the Crystals produced by a crystal slime are highly unstable. A crystal plort, like all plorts, is far more pure and can be used by slime scientists to engineer a variety of metals that are completely transparent. This innovation has led to metropolitan areas on Earth completely transforming visually, allowing more light to reach the streets and the space as a whole a chance to breathe. Architects often describe these transparent metals as so totally cooler than normal boring metals. Hunter slime. Never mind the rabbit. Have you seen any chickens? Ha! Diet meat. Favorite roostro. The hunter slime is the wild cousin of the tabby slime. A much more capable creature than the playful tabbies. The hunter slime excels at stalking the chickens of the far range. Ha ha ha! A hunter slime slimeology makeup allows for a natural cloaking ability that renders it almost completely invisible. Their only tell is their giant almond eyes, which can often be seen hovering in the dark. This effect is often described by unsuspecting ranchers as "Ah!" A hunter slime has keen senses and can detect its prey from long distances. This makes finding a good location for their corrals challenging. Additionally, the wild nature of the hunter is also passed on to any largos formed with his plorts. A newly created hunter largo will always be feral. A prepared rancher knows that breeding hunter largos should always be done slowly, with a few chickens on hand to calm them down. Amazingly, a serum can be made from hunter slime plorts that can actually render a person invisible. The effect only lasts for about 1 day, but this serum is nonetheless incredibly popular back on Earth, as many people find its effect very soothing. Sometimes you feel like you just want to disappear for a while, but then about a day goes by and you realize that not only did you miss being seen, but others missed seeing you too. Quantum slimes. A slime that really shows its potential. Diet fruit. Favorite phase lemon. Quantum slimes appear to have resulted from some sort of event that took place in the long ago. At all times, the quantum slime is capable of emitting others' possible realities of their being, called ghosts. These other realities can come true with the quantum slime aligning with the reality of the ghosts, effectively teleporting. Quantum slimes can be one of the most difficult slimes to manage, given their unique abilities. A ranger needs to learn to detect when quantum slimes are primed to take over the reality of a ghost and act quickly, such as feeding them or just splashing them with some fresh water as a temporary measure. Quantum plorts are believed by many to hold the secret to infinite resources. Given the quantum slime's ability to change reality, it's theorized that unlocking the potential of quantum plorts could allow for a technology that converges the realities of other entities into our reality, and, well, basically we're talking about cloning stuff. Infinite energy, chickens, whatever. Probably no harmful side effects to this at all. Fire slimes. Like a little campfire, except that it moves and it's a slime. Diet ash. Favorite none. Fire slimes are a rare breed of slimes that live on that lives on ash. Fire slimes will eat just about any food, but not without it being burned into ash first. The only way to feed a fire slime is to use an incinerator with an ash trough upgrade. Fire slimes need ash to survive and will quickly snuff out if left on any other surface for too long. When keeping fire slimes in an ash trough, simply burn any food item to produce some ash and fill the trough. The fire slime's natural burning state makes them bad companions for other slimes, as their fire touch will send a slime flying. Additionally, fire slimes and their plorts need to be kept in an ash trough under an incinerator, or they'll quickly snuff out. If you need to deal with fire slimes directly, a splash of fresh water will put out their fires for a short while. Fire plorts are used in the developing world on Earth to keep stoves and fireplaces burning. Thanks to fire plorts, warm hands and hot food is a possibility for millions of people who otherwise would not have access to such luxuries. A rancher won't get rich selling fire plorts, and certainly managing them can be a dangerous endeavor, but they should know that the sale of each helps those in need. Now and far into the future, the little noble actions of every individual help us move forward as a people. That much will never change. Dervish twists and turns all day and spirals all night. Diet fruit, favorite prickle pear. A dervish slime is a swirling, whirling bundle of energy in slime form. Dervish slimes are commonly found in the glass desert, cruising across its dusty dunes at high speed atop little whirlwinds. One thing is for certain, wherever the dervish slime needs to go, it gets there in a hurry. Dervish slimes can cause total chaos on a wrench if not cared for properly. In addition to frequently riding atop whirlwinds at high speed and collecting objects along the way, a highly agitated dervish slime can produce giant cyclones of air that vacuum up and toss about anything they touch. When cyclones are roaring across your wrench, there's little you can do other than brace for the chaos that will soon follow. Dervish plorts are a fantastic source of clean energy that helps give turbines and generators an extra boost. They are in constant demand as, curiously, there is a finite number of spins stored in every dervish plort. A slime that achoo! Diet meat, favorite painted hen. Though the Tangled Slime may look innocent with its wide smile and colorful flower top head, it's actually a fearsome predator with a big appetite for tasty meat. The Tangled Slime earned its name from the twisting vines that it can produce to grab things in the environment. It's unknown what caused the Tangled Slimes to become such a fearsome predator in the barren wastes of the Glass Desert. However, if the land once resembled the lush greenery of the oases within, perhaps the Tangled Slime evolved in a much different environment than what you see today. The Tangled Slime can be a handful on the ranch if they're not well fed at all times. Not only can Tangled Slimes tunnel their vines underground to snatch food and plorts from outside of their corrals. Sorry, had another itch. But the flowers on their head can produce a noxious pollen cloud that causes other slimes to go into sneezing fits. When slimes sneeze from the pollen, their agitation rapidly increases, causing more boom slime explosions, crystal slime spikes, and all-around jumpiness. Despite the troublesome nature of the slimes that create them, Tangled plorts have incredible believe beneficial agricultural applications. Fertilizers and growth formulas made from tingle plorts are used by farms all across Earth to greatly enhance crop production. It's speculated that the unusually high nutrient count found within tingle plorts that now grow Earth's vegetables results from the Tangled Slime's incredible appetite for chickens. But that's super gruesome, so let's just ignore that. Mosaic. Remarkable from every angle. Diet veggies. Favorite silver parsnips. The Mosaic Slime gets its name from the glittering array of glass tiles that cover its body. The glass produces a similar anomaly found in the desert itself, making the Mosaic Slime beautiful but quite dangerous. Mosaic Slimes can be very dangerous for an unprepared ranger. Their glass tiles create a shimmering effect in the daylight that attracts other slimes to them. It is unknown why slimes exhibit this behavior exactly, but leading theories indicate that sparkly things are super cool. Even more dangerous, the Mosaic Slime can produce glints in the space around them, ultra-hot solar anomalies that grow in intensity before drifting towards the ground and bursting into flames. Glints can be snuffed out with a splash of water, but the best way to reduce their appearance is to ensure your Mosaic Slimes are well fed and not agitated. Mosaic plorts are desired for researching the glass structures within the glass desert. Samples of this glass turning brittle when taken from the Phosphor range, yet interestingly, Mosaic plorts seem unaffected by this phenomenon. Almost certainly, this glass is being studied because it's really pretty and not because it can cause devastating solar anomalies. Okay, so there's 10 left. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get that done in this time. Plus, I did not get enough sleep last night. I feel like I'm going to pass out soon. So I need to get off now. So I will finish the last 10 of these. Those 9, the last 9 slimes, and then the Gilded Ginger. I will read all of those in the next video, which will come out most likely next week. Next Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be back at the normal schedule. But yeah, so I'm afraid that that's just going to be it for now. So, with that said, thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. If you have any suggestions for games for me to play, please let me know in the comment box below. I am always looking for other games to play. And until the next video, I will see you guys then. Take care, everybody!